What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, and this is the Redwoods, old man of the Redwoods RC. What we're going to try to do today is make a set of, I got to make a set of Capra Axles to build that, that Gladiator chassis that I gotten, and it didn't work out too well. Got it up into a roller, and it wasn't working all that well. So I decided just to pull it down. But I want to use these axles that I got on Fool's Gold later, after we have our little comp in August, because I want to leave Fool's Gold the way that it is until till then, because I didn't get a chance to compete with it last year. We just had a fun run, and so I want to change it over to a 4-link like old Grinch Nut is, but in Capra length, width. So I got a set of fairly inexpensive Capra axles, but they turned out to be craptacular. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to attempt to make a set of craptacular Capra axles into something that's what it was supposed to be. So I'll get you down here onto the table and show you a little bit of what's going on here. So at first glance, I mean, the axles look good. They look really good. They got aluminum hubs out here. They're nice and thick, so that they kind of have a little bit more of an offset on them. Not too bad, except for when you get up here close, the whole flipping bearing waddles around in here. The gear mesh is complete junk. Let me show you something here. The whole entire bearing spins inside the housing. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to do that. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to take, because out here, I've already went through these yesterday and put some good old Vanquish grease in there, the old blue grease. I have 2 tubs of these. I'm still working on the first tub. I'm going to try to get these things to working right. So I'm going to put the ring and pinion out of a set of 10-3 axles that I have in there and see if that's going to work, because there was some stupid slop on these, and they still grindy, and the front one has binds in it. So I'm going to try to see if we can get these things to work. Whoops, wrong way. Get these things to work a little bit better. So as I was getting ready to start doing this, I was going through these SSDs that I have, and they've got some mismatched bearings in them, as you can tell. They got steel sealed on this side, and the actual axial bearings on that side, and then one of them actually had this super heavy steel reduction gear in it. So the portals are good. They feel really good. The binding is right here in the differential. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these out, and as I discovered as I was taking these apart yesterday to get them all greased up, because you got to take the whole thing, the whole knuckle off. And it's got this stupid little aluminum sleeve in there with a completely threaded screw. So it's just grinding the inside of these. So when I was pulling the other one apart, you know, your actual knuckle screws are a shouldered screw. So I'm going to see if these, which the hole looks big enough, so yeah, it looks like they're probably going to work. Oh, I hit the... Ah! I bumped my remote. Knocked you all the way over into the corner. I'm sitting here talking, didn't even realize that it wasn't even on you. Alright, let's get that out of the way. Let's put this over here so that I can't touch it. But yeah, take the screw in that sleeve out of there, and it looks like it's big enough for the shouldered screw. I can't get a hold of one now. So let's do that. Let's pull all of this apart and put those over there so that we can get in here to this diff. And I want to show you what I was talking about. The slop on these was absolutely unreal. And I tried to sleeve the front one yesterday, and it didn't help. So we're going to try and put some of the proper hardware into here to see if we can make these, because I wanted to use plastic ones anyways because they slide better. They slide better over the rocks. And see these stupid little, and see it's just taking aluminum off in the threads. And these are completely threaded all the way up to the head. Why would... Never mind. We know why they do it. We know. We all know, don't we? There we go. So, now we got that undone. So, this over... Oh, no, I'm going to be out of the frame if I do that. We'll stay right here. We'll stay right here. So, when I was doing this yesterday, I just could not believe, and for what I paid for these, this shouldn't be this way. I mean, I understand that it's for both the front and the rear axle, and the rear axle is not as bad. I mean, it does have a little bit of nastiness to it, but it's running a whole hell of a lot better than this front one is. So, hopefully, this is going to turn out the way that I'm hoping that it's going to. Now, I have a whole ton of shims on here, and these are 0.20 shims. And as you see, I had 3 of them in there. So that's 0.60 that I was actually shimming this thing in order to keep it from flopping around. So with those out, I'll put its bearing back on, and I wanted to show you the kind of slop that was in this damn thing. Absolutely ridiculous. This is totally uncalled for. There's no way that this... There's no way that should have been that much freaking play in there. That's just... wow. So, I'm going to see, will it fit? It does fit. They do fit. Before I start going and throwing some grease on them let's see if, yeah, it's just, oh, there's way less. There's still a lot there, but there's a lot less than there was. I don't know, maybe there's still a lot. But my problem is these shims are too big for this side. Oh, I might be able to get away with it on this side. On these. I might could go to the, no, let's see, I might could go to the outside, but maybe not. But this body here is thicker than this one is. Because this shim falls all the way down through. And goes all the way across there. So I might possibly be able to get away on this one. If this all works, it's still got a lot of play there, but I might be able to get away with that. But we'll leave them out for right now to see how it feels. See how this is going to work. I wanted to leave them out. I wanted to put these in here. Now, it's not too bad. It's better on the play. Well, yeah, that's way better on the play. So, now, let's get this guy out of here. Oh. I was like, how am I going to get that up? Oh, yeah. And this stupid thing has got a frickin' E-clip on it. I've never had a rig that had an E-clip on the shaft there, so this is a little bit weird and ridiculous too. But as luck would have it, my little handy dandy Gerber here has the perfect screwdriver for taking such an item off. So now I can get that out. Boop. Now, the next fun part, let's see. Get this bearing cleaned up here a little bit so it's not all greasy, slippery. Does that fit this? And it does very nicely. Wow. Even those bearings have some ugly slop in them. These Chinesium bearings. Look at this. Can you see that? How disgusting is that? That's just... You know what? I'm going to see if this... It looks to be the same size. So we may just be able to get away with... Can these bearings fit in here better? Nope, it just falls in. See? It just falls in there. The tolerance on this plastic is just shit. It just falls right out. That's freaking ridiculous. But I'm going to use the actual axial bearings. The inside one goes in nicely. It's the outside one that's garbage. But I'm going to, because that can actually be shimmed properly the way that it's supposed to be anyways. So, let's see what that feels like. Already. See, these gears are just so much better. I believe that's going to work. That's going to be freaking awesome. I may just do the same thing to the back just to get rid of some of the noise. Let's button this down with 2 screws because I want to feel it. Oh, the plastic on these is horrible too. And yeah, I know I didn't grease it yet, but this is just a preliminary to make it, to see what it feels like with the steering knuckles. Oh, it goes into those two. Nice, awesome. And we're going to put the regular shouldered in here and see if that works also. If it'll get in its freaking hole. You too good for your new home? Must be. Come on now. There we go. Come on. What is the problem here? It acts like it wants to start, but then it doesn't. Fine. It'll go. Come on. There we go. There it goes. Okay. Still feels really good. This might actually work. Holy crap. I think I'm doing something that I can't go back on now. I think is what's happening here. Uh-oh. I don't know what that was. It's a little bit tight. Back it off a touch. Should be all right. Where's my other axle? It's right there in front of my face. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah. Always got to check your flexibility while you're doing this. or else you can end up biting yourself in the butt because you end up being too tight and you end up burning up the servo. Come on. Yep. This might be a, as far as these shoulder screws go, it's going to be a no turning back thing. I think it's making the hole bigger. But I think, yeah, they're a little stiff, but that's not bad. This one here fits in here a lot better. Oh, that sounds and feels so much better. It is a little stiff, but, you know, they are portal axles. But one of the other things that I was having a problem with these is, besides this stupid amount of play right here on that bearing, which can be shimmed, it's fine, is your regular axial joints. See that little ball in there? This little dude right here that makes your U-joint? That's all steel. That's brass. Why in the Sam Hale would you put brass in such an area as that? It's a soft metal, and that's a high torque area right there, because your wheels are down here, your axle's up here. That has a massive amount of strain on it all the time, because you're driving from here to make those wheels turn. That wheel gets into a bind, it's just gonna shatter that. It's just, I don't know. We'll see how long they last. But anyways, it feels much better. It sounds better. This one here, it's awfully tight though, so I might have to look to see what the deal is with that. But anyways, so, oops, back up here to my face. Anyway, that's it. It seems like it might work. Do a little bit of crossover, because yeah, they're supposed to be with the Capra axles. All these gears out here and the gears in here are all exactly the same as the 10-3 axles. It's just wider and they're centered. So the axle, this part of the axle itself, these guys, you don't have a long and a short because they're equal. And they're much longer. So that might be the only factor there. And if I probably get some regular Capra axles, just regular drive axles to drop in here, party on. But at the same time, it's still incurring unnecessary cost, because you bought a set of axles that were supposed to just go in the car. Look at this, it's like just falling out. It's just falling out. It's just crazy. It's, yeah, see, it's still. You can see that bearing moving back and forth. The tolerance on this housing was not done right. So I don't know if they probably did that on purpose so that they could get away from some sort of copyright infringements or design law or something, like, who knows, or it's just a major screw up. So anyways, there we go. Much better. It does have a little bit of drag to it still, but it's not grindy and it doesn't have any catches in it. This ring and pinion right here don't seem to mesh together very well, and it felt like there was just like these sharp edges that was just catching on itself, and you had to run through it in order to get them to go, and then they would just bind, and you'd have to knock it back and forth a little bit, and then it would break free and keep going. It's not how that's supposed to work. It's all supposed to go together. So, anyways, there you go. Hopefully they'll work. Hopefully they will work. Need to get some overdrive gears to put in the front of it, in this front axle though, so that you can still have overdrive on Fool's Gold when it's that little bit more inch or so wider. And then we'll see how it works. So, thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate it. That's going to be it for today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, share, and yeah. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming back. See y'all later. Bye. Wait, before you go, here's a little update. Yeah. After fiddling with these things for a couple hours now, since I've did the first part of the video and started fooling around and trying to find out why it was binding so much, it was so stiff. Come to find out that their tolerances out here at the knuckles aren't right. Once you get the knuckle aligned in and get it screwed down, it's pushing in on the drive line too tight, and it's just compressing everything so nothing can move. So evidently either the bearings aren't set in deep enough, because the drive line's not going in all the way and just bottoming out in the diff. And I just went and changed and put the factory, the original diff that comes in this, the ring and pinion, and yeah, it's just, I don't know if you guys can hear all of that. It's just, it moves very freely because there's nothing on it, but, and it's greased. It's greased up really good, and I'm pulling out on the pinion at the same time to make sure that it's not just bottoming onto the dip, because if you push it down on the dip, it's just grindy. But even out just where the tolerances are out there at the teeth, it feels like it tries to skip a tooth. So yeah, these diff, this, at least the front one, is like total crap. The back one, it's got some noise to it, but at least it spins the way that it's supposed to, in both directions. The front one, I'll try and fiddle with it some more and see if I can't find something else out maybe with it. But other than that, total junk. And yes, I'm going to say who these are from now, because it's this is the major disappointment. I paid $160 for this set of axles through Amazon. This is the worst thing I've ever gotten through Amazon so far. I'm very, very disappointed with it. And they're called, it says, no, I can't get the name. It's Red Man. I think it's Red Man that has these on there. So if anybody actually has these, you know what I'm talking about. And if you see them on there, just don't. Simple as that. So anyways, thanks guys for being here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that other neat, happy stuff. Like I said before here about 4 minutes ago. And yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. I will talk to you guys later.